Hello, Perfect Paints fans. Lynne Forsythe here, and I wanted to show you how I transformed these pieces of paper into these yummy backgrounds, which were in turn used to create this card. The shimmer. The shimmer just gets me every single time. So let's get on to seeing how I did this process. Okay, so I just took a piece of cardstock and some various pieces of paper. I've got all these vintage papers kicking around the house. So I just tore them up into pieces and collaged them onto the piece of cardstock. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of extra stuff on here. I've got a few pieces of fabric. This is from an old tablecloth that I've torn up. I'm going to get a couple pieces of this fluted cardboard. Then I'm just going to tear up and adhere down so that I will get this as my end product. All right, so I have my collage paper here. It's all dry. So now what I'm doing is I'm just brushing on a layer of the Perfect Glaze medium over top of this because I want to seal all of the papers and all of the fabric so that when I apply my next layer, I will be able to remove color. And if I don't have these sealed, then once the color is placed like on this fluting or on the fabric, it will just stick there and I won't be able to wipe it back. So I've done this and now we're gonna let that dry. All right, so this is all nice and dry. And what I'm doing is I'm gonna create two little puddles of color. Got a little crazy over here, didn't need quite that much. So I'm just gonna take a little dollop of the bright gold and I am going to mix with it some Perfect Glaze medium. And I do it about a half and half mixture-ish. Not any specific form. And so now I'm just going to meld the two of these together. All right, now we're ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dip my paintbrush in here and I'm going to just schmiggle some color all over the place. Yes, schmiggle is a word. I know. Kind of create my own words here. Okay, so I'm just randomly putting some color on here and go over here and grab some of the gold. Put that on here. Okay, so now I'm going to back off a little bit of some of this color. Oops, looks like I need a little something here. All right, so I am happy with that. So now I'm just going to let it dry. All right, so there it is, all nice and dry. And I did forget to tell you what the colors are that I used. So I used Cajun Pumpkin and Bright Gold on this piece. So we're going to give a good shake to the Perfect White Gesso. So I'm just going to take my palette knife, dip it into the gesso, and on the back side I'm just going to take this and kind of run it randomly over top of this collage sheet. Okay, and then we'll let that dry. And there you have your background collage pieces that can then be transformed into this beautiful card. I hope you've enjoyed my creative journey. And until we meet again, stay creative. Bye.